A story who happened to me in 1945. We were a group of about 300 young girl, young boy, and we had been a fanatic after the liberation, where in Marseille we have sometimes 500 GI who give us everything we want and a wonderful time. And we were there all by ourselves again and feeling kind of very sad. And we didn't know what to do, but we had to do something. And you know what happened? We found out a young girl, the father was the head of a bank who was dealing with the American consulate in Marseille. And that lovely gentleman suggests we create a club who was going to be called France USA Club. And he was going to be the head of that club. And because he had the contact with the American consulate, he would give us the contact with every American in Marseille. He was even able to give us contact with the American in Paris in the Sorbonne, and we will be able to get them to come to visit us. And then in the Mediterranean, I don't know if you know, but even now, we have a huge fleet which called the Sixth Fleet. Now that Sixth Fleet includes some carrier and croisier and all kind of boats. And he told us if we had a club, we will be able to receive them. We will be able even to get all together and go to visit them when they were in different ports. Like example, they don't, sometimes the big carrier were not able to come to Marseille because the water was not deep enough for them. But in Cannes and Nice, they will be. And we will be able maybe to rent a car and go to visit them. And that's what we did. And we had a wonderful time. I remember one time when we were in Cannes and we were invited in a big carrier, and we were two little boats going to this carrier with about maybe 24 girls and boys. And we went aboard this carrier who had 4,000 boys. And when we came out of the little boy and we were lit up there, they all said a heart up. And then they make a beautiful party for us. And we were enjoying us for almost 4 hours before we left. We danced on an American dance again, Jerry Bog and Boogie Woogie, and they'd give us everything to eat and drink. And then we went back home to Marseille. And we did that in Cannes, we did that in Nice, and I want to tell you, even in Marseille we did also. At that time, this boy and the communication were very bad. So we found out where there was the main post office, where this boy went to try to call their family, or went to get a fast letter to them. And we went, we helped them. We make a relief team to make sure at the main post office of the city where they were, we had a team to help them. And then this boy gave us a wonderful time. I want to tell you one time, like I don't know if you ever heard about Italy, but Italy is the most beautiful country in the world. Each city, even small city, is an open museum. The way the way the city are organized, you think you are in a live museum. I suggest anybody who has a little money to go to visit Italy. And besides that, the people here absolutely wonderful. So, and then I want to tell you what happened one time. That was in Genoa, and Genoa also is a wonderful city. That's where Christoph Columbus is still have his house, and near a big, huge, new building, and the contrasts are fantastic. But I want to tell you, later on the outside of Genoa is a big villa with also, like I would say, a palace, who is known for its garden. And that villa is called Villa Pallavicini. And to go to that villa, you have to go to an avenue, who is like the large, like a single street in New York, and I would say like half a block, and each side they have a huge magnolia tree, huge of like a 2-story height, and one tree is white, one tree is pink, one tree is red, and when I went there, when it was spring, the tree were totally covered of flower, all white, and you know the magnolia are beautiful. One were pink, one white, one red, and when this magnolia was old enough, they fell down in the ground. So when you have to go to that villa, we were like if you were walking in a rug cover of magnolia. I never saw anything so beautiful in my life. We were all crazy. We get the heart of the boy. We filled them with flower. We bathed ourselves with flower. And I will never, never forget that sight. And I suggest anybody who can afford to go there. Of course, that was in 1946. I am fully sure, though, nothing changed, and that villa is still there. So that's what we did for almost 2 years. Then, one time, I took the French newspaper, and the newspaper told us the Canada was opening the door of the immigration for the French people. And when we talk about the American consulate, they told us, go there, go to Canada, and in a couple of years you can get a visa. Because of course we want all go to America, and we didn't have the money, and we didn't have the people to, and we didn't want to get married here, because that was a way, but we didn't want that. We want to go by ourselves. So before the month was over, all the people of our club, we went to Paris, and we get a visa to go to Canada. And here starts our episode of Canada. Of course, the first people who went there were very lucky. They found 2 beautiful houses who were very reasonable in the price, and who were renting furnished apartments. And these houses were like quite a bit. And before we knew, all the people who came, we all live in this apartment. And I don't know if you know Montreal, but it was very central. It was right almost at Sherbrooke with the main avenue, and the center of the English part, where McGill University is, so that can tell you where it was. That was right the center. And we all have our apartment furnished in that street, what we call Mackay Street. So